Hello, 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 all you wonderful and creative humans. I'm here today to show off my finished pages in Johanna Basford's books. I hope you enjoy it, so stay tuned. Off with Secret Garden. The beginning books may be slightly out of order because I don't really remember. I've got these as they came out, so I'm not entirely sure what the order is in the beginning. I do think Secret Garden was before Enchanted Forest, though. And I could be wrong, and you can let me know in the comments. I'm okay with being wrong. I know I didn't color a lot in this one. This is my second copy of this book. The first copy of this book got lost. And for whatever reason, I didn't feel like going back and coloring the pages again. This one is actually going to be a video on the channel at some point. All that's happened to it so far is that the flowers have been blacked out with an India ink pen. And then I plan on doing a watercolor background for it. I just haven't done it yet. And then I have this one from 2019. I have to tell you, I probably can tell you all the media used on a page, but I will not be able to tell you what pencils I used when. But yeah, this was, I just wanted to make everything brown. So I did. I really like it. It's funny to see things from 2019 where I did not, they're not burnished, they're not vibrant. I'm usually, like now, a lot more vibrant, and my shading is a lot more varied than this. But I still like it. And I think it's nice to have pages from different periods of time that you were coloring. Yeah, so that was it for Secret Garden. And I'm going to go from that one to Miniature Secret Garden, which I know there are quite a few pages done in here because I think February I was on a kick with the acrylic paint pens. So I was doing a lot of stuff in here. Let's see. Okay, this one's older than that, but this was all pencil, and then I used one metallic gel pen in purple to make a border, which I don't think you can see the gel or the glitter, sorry, the gel. But that was the only page that's older. I think everything else is from the same time period. I really should start dating my books. This is acrylic paint pen for the leaves and flowers and things, and then I used watercolor to create a background for it. On this page, same thing, acrylic for the designs, because the elements were so the same, I knew I would get bored, so I just colored them in black. The background was done with gel crayon. I'm not really thrilled with the lining in it, but I'm thrilled enough where I'm not going back to thin it out so that it's not such a delineated space between each color. I'm good. This was a little, not bleed over, it's not bleed through, but it was like when you were doing the watercolor, some of it kind of came around the corner and landed on the page, and I was fine with that too. What else have we done in here? Here's another one that is all acrylic paint pen. I've never been a huge fan of this sunflower page, so I thought it would be really fun to just do whatever I wanted with it. This is what I wanted. I've got this one, which is again acrylic paint marker, and then I use a silver paint pen to do the background. I hope you enjoy seeing these flip throughs of completed pages because I haven't done one in about a year. I have it in the Mythographic series. I have Lulu Mayo and Hannah Carlzon, and I can't believe I never thought to do Johanna Basford. And if you enjoy these, I'm going to start picking books off the shelf by artists to show you some finished pages. This is all, let's guess, it's acrylic paint marker again, and the background was done with watercolors just to give it a little wash. And that may be the last one in here. Yes, it is. Moving on, we'll go to Enchanted Forest. And in here, I think there's a few more than there was in the original Secret Garden because this is my original copy of the book, which means I've colored in it. I've got this one, and this was done in February of 2019. All pencils and some Posca paint pen. and some stickles on the dragonfly wings there. I still like how this turned out. I remember this being one of the ones, the bigger things that I had done by 2019. I was like, taking this page on was a task. And now thinking about that is kind of funny because I'm coloring things that are much more complicated than this now. But at the time, it was a lot for me to take on. I've been coloring all my life, like I said in a video somewhere, the geometric pattern books and stuff when I was like in my teens. And I've always been coloring, but the idea of something so large scale, it was mostly patterns I was doing. This is like a lot of little details. This was me attempting to stop acting like everything has to be a very specific color. So trees don't have to be green, mushrooms don't have to be red, water doesn't have to be blue. And I tried to stay with a limited palette because if I'm going to go this far out of my comfort zone, I definitely need to keep it low key with how many colors I'm throwing at it. So I did enjoy doing this. I specifically like these gray and pink leaves I have on this tree. And I love the water. And I'm really happy with the gray mushroom. I know it sounds kind of weird, but I do like it. So, yeah, all in all, I think this was a fun page. I think this was a buddy color with my friend Jackie from Instagram. I don't have a date on that one. Yeah. Let's see if there's anything else in here. Yeah, we'll just do a flip because I didn't tag anything. I thought it would be more fun to see what there was to see. This is from February 2019. Again, all pencils and a little bit of Posca. Because hers are like one of the first real adult coloring books I got, I was doing everything in pencil. And for whatever reason, to this day, when I do her books, I still think it has to be in pencil. Which isn't a bad thing, because pencil is my preferred medium. But yeah, I really like this. We can see there's an attempt at gold. It's not the greatest, but, well, it's very nice. And I should say it like that. I've gotten better at creating gold. I like this gold. It's a lot of green on a page, but I enjoy it. And it seems like my highlight color I decided to add was purple, because I've got the purple mushrooms, the berries, flowers, you know. So that was me being cognizant of how many colors are going on a page. And that is the last page in Enchanted Forest. I pulled miniature Enchanted Forest. I think there's only one page in here, but I didn't want to leave it out because I did it. This is also all done in pencil. Again, because I don't know how not to do her books in pencil. Yeah. But that is the only one I think that is in here. Yes. I like having the miniature ones, but oh my goodness, they're so little. And speaking of little, Lost Ocean. How is a book like 10 by 10, but also have the tiniest images in the free world in it? But it does. I love this book, but also it annoys me because everything is so tiny. So we've got my first page in here, 319. Clearly I was going through it because I just wanted to play with the gel pens. I'm hoping this is in frame for you. So yeah, I used a bunch of gel pens and a lot of glitter pens in this. I'll kind of give it a little wiggle so you can see all the glitter. And I never put a background on it, and I don't think I'm going to. I think it's just what it is. It's not the most interesting page either way, so I'm happy. Then I have this one, which was done in December of 2018. I'm so upset. Obviously, my fish later on went through the page. I'm not going to get too stressed about it. I have a good picture of this, you know, in my computer before the gel pen incident, so I'm okay. But I particularly liked how I did the pencil background on this and left the white, well, what was white space before my gel pens there, and just used Posca and pencil for this as well. And then we have this one from April 2019, and this is clearly when I started to get more saturated with color, and I really did enjoy doing this. Again, all pencil and white Posca. I'm having a hard time looking through these books because I'm looking at them and thinking, oh, I want to color that or that. Like, I don't have time right now. I have other pages I'm coloring, but immediately as soon as I see something, I'm thinking, oh, I'll do that. This is more recent. I did this one on the channel using the Derwent Inktense pans to make a background, and then I used acrylic paint pens to color in some of the shells, the starfish and these little shells here. And then I used gold gel pen to color in some of the cogs and things that are in here. I know they're not cogs, but they look like cogs, so I'm calling them that. But yeah, that was a quick and easy page, and it completed a page I would never color. I don't do a lot of wallpaper pages, especially this kind of wallpaper page. That's a lot going on there. But yeah, it's colored now, so I like it. And that might be the last one in there. It is. Then I'm not sure where Johanna's Christmas falls in the dates of coloring books that she put out, but I colored in here, I think. Well, I've got the test palette, it's got stuff on it, so I must have done something. I know I did the owl that was in here, and he is in a book somewhere, and I cannot get to him at this time. I think I did a reindeer as well. I like this book. I don't know what it is about it. I think it's because it's so open that a lot of the times I'm just like, I don't want to color it because I'm going to have to make a background and do all kinds, because I'm me. I have to make a background. Yeah, I did this one. This was done July of 2021. And again, all colored pencils, white gel pen, and that is about it. But you can kind of see like the gold here is a lot different than the gold in the other, on the compass page. So there is a change. Next up, I pulled Magical Jungle because the first three, I guess, I just consider them all to be made at the same time, even though I know they weren't because I got them as they came out. But they're the older ones, and that's kind of how I just see it. This book is having some issues, so if a page falls out of it, it's because that's how it is. Here's one where I was playing with my neon pencils. This one is from November 2019. And I just wanted to see what there was to see with the neons. I also used some Crayola Super Tips as watercolor in through the leaves and stuff. I do like how this turned out, and I still don't feel like I want to put a background on it, so that feels good. Normally when I look through books, I'm like, yeah, you should have put a background on it, or you should have done whatever. No, it's good. Here's my falling out page. Oh, two of them. Okay. This was my experiment with the Crayola crayons. I do like it. It's just, it took a really long time. It left dirt from the crayons everywhere. Yeah. So, and somehow the page came out of the book at the same time. But you can see on this page specifically, there's just crayon smushed into everything. And I am going to color this page. I just don't know exactly what I'm going to do to get rid of the crayon yet. I do have a tendency to want to color pages that I've messed up. I don't know. Had bleed through, or, you know, in this case, the crayon thing. I do tend to want to color those pretty fast because I hate seeing the schmutz. So, that's a thing. Here's another one. This is from January of 2019. This entire page... okay. All the actual little elements are done with colored pencil, but the background is like chalk pastels, the little sticks. I'm trying to make it look kind of like rainbowy. It's very pale. I still like it. It's just very pale. And then here is a neon page to end all neon pages. There was a hashtag apparently in September of 2019 about using your neons. So this is all neon colored pencils. I mean, I pulled them from any set that had a neon pencil. It went on this page. And I used a Jelly Roll green neon pen for the dots that are everywhere. And I never did put my name in here, which is kind of ridiculous. But I It's very bright and I really like it. So there's that. And that was Magical Jungle. I think World of Flowers is next. If not, it was 30 Days of Creativity, maybe. 30 Days of Creativity I don't have out. I never colored in it. I just did the art projects like in my sketchbook. And I didn't pull my sketchbook because I didn't think anybody really wanted to see that. Since we're just doing Johanna Basford and technically it's just the lessons I got from her. It's my drawings instead. So this was April 2019. All colored pencils again and a pan pastel background. And I know it's pan pastel because it's very vibrant, and it's definitely pastels because the page has been treated. So that's what's happening there. Let's see. I know there's more in here. Ivy and the Inky Butterfly is where I kind of went to town, though. There you go. Oh, this is another buddy color with my friend Jackie. I remember this one. And this was done in August of 2021. I love this page. I like my rainbow koi fish. I love these little, I think they're lotus blossoms or whatever. Love it. I have no issues with this page. There's a bit of gold. I use the Caleros on the two borders. I don't know if you can see them really well. And then white Posca for these little tiny flowers and in through the lotus. And of course, the entire fish is outlined in the white. Yeah, I really like that page. And then we have this shelf page. I had intended to do both sides of this, and then this is completed in July of 2021. This must have been like an entire year. I don't know. It was forever. I know this was done with Prismas and white Posca. And I think like halfway through coloring all these little tchotchkes and everything, I thought, there's no way I'm doing the other page. I'm not doing it. So what we have is shelving here that has everything you want on it. I'm good. If I ever feel the need or the burning desire to torture myself again, I will do this side. But I'm doing it completely different. These pages are not connected in any way. I don't feel like they have to be. I've seen people do them as a whole set and it looks lovely. In my book, they're going to be two separate types of shelves. And I'm going to go completely different so that it doesn't even look like I, forgot what colors I used or whatever. It's just going to look completely different. But yeah, that was a lot. Labor intensive, I think. And that might be it for in here. That is it for in here. I did tell you about 30 Days of Creativity, so we'll keep going from there. Worlds of Wonder, I think, is after Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, so let me switch it out. We've got Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. I know it's a storybook, and I'm still going to go from the back since we're not really reading the story. Okay, pages with no dates on them. This one is pan pastel and colored pencils. As you can see, like I said, the brightness level, intensity level, it's gone up. These are pan pastels in the background. On this side, it's just colored pencil to make this frame. Yeah, I just blended colored pencils into it to get that done. All right. I think this is my most colored in Johanna Basford book. I'd have to check my bookshelf app, but I think this is it. This was done with a set of pastel pencils, like one of the macaron sets. I can't remember which one. This was done April 2019. I still like this one too. I specifically like these little orange flowers. I don't know why, but I do. And then we have the chandelier page. This is all colored pencils again, white Posca, and then pan pastels for the backgrounds on both sides. And I did these at the same time because why not? There we go. This is another Jackie page. Jackie, if you're watching, you're responsible for helping me get a lot of Johanna Basford pages done. Thank you. So yeah, we had chosen this one as a buddy color and then did this one to go along with it. This was August of 2021. I really like my little, I think it's a heron. I like him. Love these little fish. I like doing these little tiny bits. So I feel like I've colored, but I didn't have to like tax myself. And then we've got Ivy on the houseboat with the house mouse. And I really like how that page turned out as well. I love my flowers on this one. Another one finished. Never did add much of a background to this. I just kind of added some blue around the edges and then a lot of dots to kind of bring some focus down into it. But I didn't really go to town on a background for that. That was done in April of 2019. This one I'm still not happy with, and there's not a lot I'm going to do about it, so it doesn't matter. But this was from March 2019. I don't remember what brand of pencils I used, and I wish I did, because trying to get this background, which was pencil, to blend out nicely just was a failure. And I'm not like, I'm not an expert at anything, but I'm fairly good at blending out colored pencils, and I just could not get them to do anything. So I think I wound up going over with a Prismacolor blender, trying to pull it out, and then it just became washed out. Yeah, I don't know. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just done. And I know I think I did the book plate in this one. For a while there, I was obsessed with getting book plates done in books. I don't know why. Yeah, here's my book plate, which I love. This was done in February 2019. And I did this introduction page just because it was, facing this, and it was easy enough to do some more leaves on that. And I did do the front cover on this one in February of 2019 as well. And this was all colored pencils and white gel pen again. So that was Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. Then we've got Worlds of Wonder. And I don't have a lot done in here either. I still love her work, and she's still an auto buy. It's just I get distracted so easily by other things, and then I wind up coloring them instead. I feel like I better have colored in here, right? Alright, this is interesting, y'all. Let's see. At least like a book plate? Something? Yeah, we got a book plate. Okay. Oh, I remember. This was a long hiatus from coloring. And I got this book and I colored, this was May of 2021. I colored all of this like to be gold. Still didn't put my name in it though. But yeah, I don't know. I went through a period of time where I did not color for like 6 months, 7 months. I had like some deaths in my family and a couple of friends had passed. And I just didn't want anything to do with anything. And then when I came back, this was one of the first pages I did, which doesn't look like much, but it signifies a lot for me. But that is the only thing I did, except I feel like, yeah, I started coloring the inside of this with, all my assorted pencils. And I have like a little graph in my, swatch book that tells me which set of pencils was used on each one, just because I wanted to know. So yeah, I stopped doing that, but I should get back to it because that was fun. And lastly, I have Rooms of Wonder. And in here, I have this page, which a video should be up on the channel. I don't know my order, but I think it's like tomorrow or the next day. There's a video on coloring that. And I think that might be my only page in here. I did want to start coloring these small objects, like doing one a day on video. But I haven't gotten around to that because I'm doing big pictures instead. I don't know. I just get stuck in like places. Yeah, that is the only one from in here. So that is my Johanna Basford coloring book collection with my finished pages. I hope you enjoyed watching it. And until next time, friends, have a very colorful day. Bye.